Hello, everybody, and welcome to another Dominaria draft here on the channel. If you're watching this on YouTube, welcome. Once again, 2 drafts in a row. Our rare has been Dread Shade. Not going to take it. In case you missed my last video, the reason I'm not going to take Dread Shade is because while it is good if you have about 10 or 11 black sources, committing to that early is not worth the card Dread Shade, and if you can't cast it reliably on like turn 3 or 4, it's not great. Going on to the other cards, this pack is actually quite strong. At the common slot, we have Syncopate, Grow from the Ashes, Fiery Intervention, Blessed Light, and Divination, all of which are insane. Song of Freyalise is busted if you have any sort of go-wide theme, but Tatyova is just too good to pass up, I think, here. It's incredibly easy to splash, and it just takes over the game if it doesn't die. I think it's close between Song of Freyalise and Tatyova, but I think Tatyova is better. This pack is actually like one of the best packs I've ever had in my entire life. I kind of want to do a what's the pick on it. Like, that's how good that pack is. Like, Tatyova, Song, Blessed Light. I mean, it's between Tatyova and Blessed Light. And Tatyova and Song. But Blessed Light, Divination, Syncopate, Fiery Intervention, Grow. Those are all great cards. So now, the rare is missing from this pack, so we don't get a ton of information. Wrath is quite strong. If I ended up blue-white, I could... Maybe I'm probably gonna splash Tatyova no matter what, but I could like splash a Wrath in certain decks. I like Pegasus Courser. Fire Intervention's quite strong. Syncopate's good, but I don't think I'm gonna take it here. I could just take Knight of Malice and then play like black, green, splash, blue. I don't think blue-white really wants to be splashing as much, so I don't really want to take a white card here. I think I'm just gonna take the Knight of Malice over the Wrath. This is actually another really tough pick. Wrath is quite good, but I think you only want it in blue-white, and you want it in blue-white decks that aren't splashing pretty much. And you like Sultai. I like Sultai too. I could take Syncopate just to stay on color, but I think I'm just going to take the Knight of Malice. I think Sultai is the best color combination for like splashes and stuff. Like any combination of green, blue, and black are like slow, grindy decks a lot of the time. I like Grun a decent amount. It's a good finisher. Baloth Gorger's fine. I think Grun's better than Baloth Gorger. Just because this is a 10-10 for crying out loud. They pretty much have to deal with it or they die. Baloth Gorger's like a decent card. Vidalian Arcanist. I've been calling this Vidalcan Arcanist the entire format, and no one in Twitch chat and no one on YouTube comments corrected me on that. And I only like realized the actual name of it like 4 videos ago. Also, welcome Ewok TR to the stream. I know I've seen you around before, but welcome for today. I think I'm going to take Grun. If I can be base green and get a couple grows, maybe. Don't love Ancient Animus. This is a legend, which could be relevant for some things. Baloth Gorger's fine. I do love Vidalian Arcanist, but I'm just going to take the Grun. Wow. Now I'm going to take Baloth Gorger. Stick to base green. No need to deviate from that. The Opta's good. Snapper's good. But I'm just going to take Gorger and stick to green. I'm not sure if I'm blue-green or black-green yet. Okay. This pack is actually horrific. Final Parting is not great. I don't really like playing that card. Adventurous Impulse is fine. I think I'll take it because I do have strong cards to find, and I have a lot of creatures right now. I don't really want to go into blue right now. Also, it can help me find splash colors, like mana-wise. Weight of Memory is quite nice. Makes me want to just play straight blue-green, to be quite honest. Mammoth Spider is another consideration, though. I do like Mammoth Spider a lot. Yeah, I'll just take Weight of Memory and try to play blue-green. Huh. Kamal's Druidic Vow. I get lands or legendary permanents, so I could get Tatyova and Grun. That's a pipe dream. That's never going to happen. I don't really know what the term pipe dream means, but that's pretty much what it means, in my opinion. I'm not going to take Howling Golem. Howling Golem is pretty much a card you want in a deck that won't have access to card draw, like red-white, because then you can like kill them before their extra cards matter, while still deploying like multiple spells a turn. Homered Explorer is like a pet card of mine. I probably have a ton of these cards in my collection, but I'm not going to take it here. I'm just going to take Tolarian Scholar. It's a little cheaper and fits into my blue-green stuff plan. Ooh, Mammoth Spider is a great pickup. It blocks everything in the format, and it's great. Ooh, Syncopate came back. At this point, it looks like I'm just straight blue-green, which I don't mind, because I love blue, and green is awesome. So, feels good, man. And I do have a lot of card advantage now. I don't mind Adventurous Impulse in this deck, especially because I can find Tatyova. Not playing red or white. I guess I'll take Gaia's Protector. It's sometimes playable if you have like a Jousting Lance and you're short on playables. Krozen Druid came back. This card is excellent. This card does everything I want in this type of deck, because the problem with blue-green is that it doesn't have a ton of removal. And when you don't have a ton of removal, you can stabilize with big creatures, but if you stabilize with big creatures and they have a couple evasive things, then you just die. But Krozen Druid means that you never just die, because you can gain 10 life, which is enough to let your big creatures like block. So like, say my opponent has 4 creatures and I play a Baloth Gorger. I guess I'll just take the Ether Glider. And I play a Baloth Gorger and they bounce it and they hit me and I'm like really low life total. If I can play a Krozen Druid and gain 10 life, then I can leverage the fact that my creatures are so big without having to like make bad blocks or lose creatures because of combat tricks when I don't have to. Okay, I'll take Champion of the Flame. I'm sad that the Champion of the Flame deck wasn't... Actually, I'm not sad at all that the Champion of the Flame deck wasn't a thing. That sounds like the dumbest stuff to lose to. They go, Champion of the Flame, and they go like, Arcane Flight, hit you for like 7. Like, what the heck? That would be so dumb if that was a good deck in this format. But thankfully, Blink of an Eye and unconditional removal spells put a stop to that. Okay, I am not falling into the Slin Voda trap that I have fallen into of late. I tried to draft a double Slin Voda deck and it did not go well, though maybe that was just draws. I'm going to take Grow from the Ashes. It's great with Tatyova, great with my kicker spells, great with my card draw spell. Academy Journey Mage is nice, but I do already have a lot of 5-drops. I have 3 5-drops right now, and Grow from the Ashes helps me get to the 5-drops a turn earlier. Slin Voda will probably wheel, and I can sideboard that in particularly slow matchups, but Grow is great. Diligent Excavator is not a card I love. It'll wheel anyway. I like Wizard's Retort a fine amount. Wizard's Retort and Syncopate is a great counterspell package to have in a deck. I do have a Tolarian Scholar. I can probably get another one to make them just straight up counterspell. Opt is another card that I do like, but I do have a cantrip effect already, so I'm not going to prioritize Opt as highly. So I'll just take the counterspell. Wow. What? Sarah Angel and Urgoros and Dark Bargain. I'm just going to take... I could take Eviscerate and try to splash it from the Grow for the Ashes, but I don't really need to right now. I'm just going to take the Divination for extra card draw, because I really do like card draw in this type of deck, and I don't really have as many tools to splash as I would like. If I get another Grow from the Ashes or a Skittering Surveyor, then I'll look to splash, but since my deck already is so strong, and I do have some counterspell for problematic things, I'm just going to look to pick up cards in my main colors before I start splashing. And Deep Freeze might wheel, and then I could get a removal spell. Memorial to Unity is another card that I would be happy to have. Helps me play extra lands. Cloudreader Sphinx is easily the pick here. Not looking to splash this, even though I do have 2 legends. If I have Tatyova in play, I'm probably already winning. Grun's also the same thing. And Cloudreader Sphinx is great. One of the things that... is just part of my like style of play is that I don't like to splash too aggressively unless I'm like memeing out. Splashing is like a real cost to a deck, and people I see a lot of people splash like every draft or way too much, and they're like, oh look, I have all this fixing, but they've given up real cards to get the fixing to play their splashes when it's just not worth it. So like if I play Eviscerate there, then I have to later on in the draft I might have to take a Skittering Surveyor over a card that would have been good in my deck. And the combination of Surveyor plus Eviscerate has to be better than the combination of Divination plus whatever other card. If that makes sense. So it's like, you might end up being able to splash, but that's only because you're forcing the splash. It's just a kind of philosophical concept when it comes to splashing. Philosophical. Another Divination is perfect. I don't really want... Now that I have 2 counterspells, I'm not going to prioritize another one. I'm not going to splash black for Torgar because it's double black. That's another thing. You can't... when you're splashing a color, unless you're in a format with a card like Gift of Paradise, which is relevant. Gift of Paradise is 2 and a green for an enchantment that you put on a land, and then it can tap for 2 mana of any color. It's going to be back in M19, which is why I mention it. Mortimer's Prime, yeah. I'd be afraid of that too. Unless you have a way to get double colored mana, which is a relevant thing, like Oasis Ritualist in Hour of Devastation or Gift of Paradise from Amonkhet, then you can splash double colored cards if you have like 3 of those or something. But otherwise, you can't just splash a double colored card because the odds of you having 2 of your splash colors is so rare. I'm going to take Divination here very easily. Ramp decks love card draw, and Divination's great. Now I'm going to take Vidalian Arcanist. Urza's Ruinous Blast is, I don't have enough legends for it, and I'm not white. And Llanowar Envoy's not great. Arcane Flight's not really what I want to be doing. I already have good late game. Arcanist is just good because it's a wizard for my retort. It helps me cast Syncopate, Weight of Memory, retort in a way, Divination, Grow. So it just helps me cast a ton of spells, and I don't need another Divination. I would probably play another Divination, but I'm not going to prioritize it. Now I'm going to take a Mammoth Spider. Thorn Elemental is a big, beefy threat, but I think I already have enough of those in the form of Baloth Gorger, Grun, and I have a Cloud Eater Sphinx, which you can get through in the air. And Mammoth Spider just locks up the ground and the air, and it's very good at doing that. I don't really think Thorn Elemental is as good as Mammoth Spider here. And now I'll just take a Short Sword, I guess. The thing about Mammoth Spider, you've lost to a deck with 4 counterspells in it. Yeah, you can run 4 counterspells. I wouldn't recommend it. I think 3 is like the top end of where you want to go on counterspells. At least in the main deck. In the sideboard, you can side more in. Also, like the thing about Thorn Elemental is it's basically Primordial Worm a lot of the time, like 7 mana 7/7 versus 7 mana 7/6. Like the extra text is relevant, but in terms of like drafting, you don't necessarily need that effect. And I'm going to just pick up a Slin Voda for the sideboard. I've decided that you do not want to main deck this card, but in grindier, slow matchups, this card can do good work, especially if you have enough ramp. So I'm not going to start it in the main deck. I have experimented with it, and it's been varied results. But you draw this card, you know you're never going to cast it, and then you die. That's pretty much how it works a lot of the time. So it's just not as worth it to me. I've started to prioritize other things. The worst card in this deck right now is probably Adventurous Impulse. Opt is a nice addition. I'm not sure which one I'd rather have. I'd probably... In this deck, it's close, because opting into, like... I'm not even sure which is better. See, Primordial... See, I picked up the Primordial. This is the exact thing. Like, 6 mana 7/6 versus 7 mana 7/7. I'd rather have the 6 mana 7/6, to be quite honest. I'll just take a Compass. All 3 games, he used all 4. That's where you just gotta like shake your head and be like, oh well, he had him. He had him. Okay, so I'm not sure which I'd rather have, Opt or... Okay, I get an Arcane Flight in case I get a Snapper for the combo. Opt versus Adventurous. So Adventurous Impulse looks at 3 cards, and it's never going to miss in this deck because it could miss, technically. I have 6 misses here. I don't think I want both. So, but it can help me dig a little deeper for my Tatyova or my Grun. Since I don't have any actual removal, I think I'll just keep... I'd rather play Opt. I think Opt is better than Adventurous Impulse. Because Opt... Whoa! Siege Gang. Can I switch colors? I don't think so, but it feels bad that I can't. Because I have too many like good green cards and good blue cards. I could like... I'm not going to drop green just to play Siege Gang. I can't splash it either. I only have 1 grow. Huh. Now I keep going through the pack. Now that I know I can't play the Opt is better with counters, that is also true best of far. Because you can hold up both, yeah. Cast down, not looking to splash that. If I'm splashing a card out of this packet, it would be the Slimefoot. So now I have to decide whether or not I want to splash Slimefoot. And I would take Slimefoot over Vidalian Arcanist. I think the chance that I get to play Slimefoot is worth the risk of me not having another Grow or Surveyor this pack. Crows and Druids, another fine card, but that might wheel. Arcanist is great, as always. It's actually tough. Black is the color I would want to splash. And I think Slimefoot's good enough to splash. I think it's just better than those two cards by a large margin. History of Benalia is the easy pick here because it's worth $8, I think. Maybe it was worth $8 last time I had it. If not, if it's only worth it, if it's not worth a ton, then I'm not going to take it, but I think it's still worth a lot. Yeah, that's a pretty easy pick. So this is a good time to talk about money drafting. When you're on Magic Online, it's really easy to flip cards. So you just have to like know generally how much a card's worth. So this card's worth 8 tickets, which means it basically pays for the draft by itself. Like I can probably sell it for 8 tickets. Llanowar Elves is great in my deck. Blink of an Eye is a great card, phenomenal card. But they don't add 8 tickets worth of value to my deck because like I might not draw them, or I could draw them and they're like not so much better than the next best card that I could be playing. There's just no card is going to add 8 tickets of value to your draft because like you can just lose a game to variance, and like each match that you win in a draft is essentially worth like at least 3 tickets, and like yeah, this card is just insane. And we got a Llanowar Elves anyway. We're gonna slam Llanowar Elves over Divination. Number 3. I do like Divination, but we do have enough card draw at this point. I mean, I would play a 3rd Divination, but we have like 3 card draw spells, and Llanowar Elves just accelerates us quite a bit in this deck. And I do like Arcanist, but what can you do? And now there's a pack that has literal nothing for us. I guess we could take this. Elf MVP. It's worth 50 cents. Yeah. I could take an Omnivore. I could take another Impulse. I could take Fiery Intervention. I'll take Fiery Intervention. Daragaz. So I kick Grow from the Ashes, get red and black. Cast Daragaz. Play Navigator's Compass. Yeah, I don't think it's happening. Wheel this Navigator's Compass. I'm just going to take Baloth Gorger. Wow, Daragaz, no, please, I'm so sad. I already can't splash Slimefoot. Oh, I'm so sad. I love Daragaz. I've never gotten to cast it. All I want to do is go Daragaz, 7. Exiled with egg counters. Huh. So we could take Deep Freeze or we could take Divination number 3. We don't actually have a single removal spell, but I'm not even sure if that matters. We have a couple counters. I think we're going to take Divination number 3. Precognition Field is just so slow that we can't play it, but it would be sweet in this deck, I think. No, it wouldn't be great. It would be fine. We're going to take Crows and Druid. We're going to need the life gain. I can sense it. Temporal Sundering, you say? We have 1, 2, 3 legends. Yeah, we're going to take it, but we're not going to play it. I think Crows and Druid might even be correct to take. But I think we're going to wheel some Arcanists. We'll take an Impulse over Partick Wanderer. Got another Slinvoda. A little Wall guy. Another Impulse. Yeah, we can't splash this guy. Maybe we can. We're going to have to play some clunkers. We're going to be able to play 2 Adventurous Impulses, I think. So our deck has ended up kind of clunky, but we have a ton of card advantage and powerful things. We don't have a single removal spell, which is definitely a weakness. Don't even have a bounce spell. Yeah, we'll probably play the Slimefoot. So we'll play Slimefoot and 2 Adventurous Impulse. And 16 land. With all the cantrips. I do like Primordial Worm, but we probably don't need it. Yeah, we're gonna run like this. So since we have so many green cards, we're gonna run one swamp, 9, 16, 17. Yeah, we'll try it like this. Because we do have 3 green 1-drops, so we do want as many green sources as we can. Maybe that means we just run the 3rd Adventurous Impulse over the Opt. Yeah, that seems better. Because we aren't going to have as much blue mana to spare to run the Opt. Well, I do think Opt is better. Adventurous Impulse also helps us find lands to cast our Slimefoot. Dang, that Daragaz splash would have been so sweet. Double Compass, splash Daragaz. That's the type of greedy play that I would do if I was memeing. This deck is going to have to be really good at blocking. Okay, we got a fine hand here. Because we don't have a single removal spell, we're just literally all card draw plus creatures. And then we have a couple Adventurous Impulses. This is a fine hand. We have a 3-drop and a 4-drop, and neither of them is embarrassing. Why do people always cast this on turn 2? It must be like the worst feeling to draw it on turn 2 as well. Like, watch me draw it on turn 2. I don't have another play, so it doesn't really matter to me, but we'll represent Mythical Syncopate. We do have Syncopates in our deck. Now we can just cast Scholar instead of Druid. Wow, 3 colors. Feels good, man. Not going to hold up Syncopate. We're going to hold it up for later things. When we have a better sense of what's in our opponent's deck, we can... Okay. I'm going to hold up Syncopate this turn. It might be a mistake, but I don't want him to just kill Scholar and then trade with our Baloth Gorger, or put a dub on the Gaia's Protector. Because we don't have removal, we have to be a little bit careful. You really dislike Impulse? I think Impulse is perfectly playable. And in our deck, I think it's actually kind of good because we have some really good power level cards. I'm just going to cast our Druid. We don't want our Gorger to end up having to block this Gaia's Protector. So he does have dub. So we're screwed. So he baited us. He baited us with the Untamed Kavu. Well, this is an unbeatable combo for our deck. This is where I really need to draw Swamp. Or I can just draw 2 more lands and kick this. Oh my gosh, I was literally just talking about how the Champion of the Flame deck is not a deck. And now I'm getting stomped on by it. Swamp! Swamp me. Okay, we're just going to keep back our Scholar to block this guy. And then we can kick our Baloth Gorger and kill it. Oh my god. This guy's living the dream. Oh my goodness. Please be enough, Bailoff Gorger. You're my only hope. Oh my gosh, opponent's doing it. We can't attack with that Yova. We might have to block with it just to stay alive. If he attacks, yeah, I'm pretty much dead. No. Dub, I hate thee. Oh, man. We're going to attack with that Yova. Getting into the red zone. Need to draw another big guy. He's probably just killing Tatyova. Yep. Hopefully we can kick our Grun next turn. Wow, what a silly deck. That's actually hilarious. I was literally just trashing on Champion of the Flame. And then it comes up at the perfect time against us. Okay. I cast it with Kicker. I need to do some math first. Okay, so I have 9 mana. I cast this for 3 to get Swamp. It's essentially 2 mana, so then I can... So I'm going to make my land drop first. So this is 10. If I cast this for 5, I get 2. So then I'd have 7 mana, so I can play this plus make a token. If I cast it for 3 mana, I get Swamp. And I go down to 8 mana. Essentially, because I tapped on 3 of these. Yeah, I have 8 mana, I can go that. Yeah, I'm just going to cast it for full value. Swamp Forest. Slimefoot. Pass. Pass, pass, pass. Oh, gosh. Okay. Oh my gosh, Champion of the Flame is destroying me. So if I cast this for 5, I have 13 mana, so I can cast this for 5 and still have 8 enough to make 2 tokens. Then I can throw a token in front of this, throw 2 in front of this. This gives me 8 mana. I can make 2 tokens. This is 9. I can block this with 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to send in with the Slimefoot. Opponent is like a monster. The Frenzied Rage is really what's doing it to me. Also the fact that my deck doesn't have removal spells. Now I'm just dead. He's running Radiating Lightning in the main deck? What the heck? Oh my goodness, I am so screwed against this guy. What am I supposed to do? Is Amaranthine Wall the answer we've all been looking for? Is that the secret tech? What the heck? Well, obviously I cut Impulse to do whatever I want to do, so I don't think I can afford to run Slin Vodas. I think I actually want Amaranthine Wall. What the heck? And then I'll just submit it like that. Jesus. This is like my deck's actual worst matchup. Which is hilarious because his deck is like a meme. Well, we have our wall. So we're going to keep. And we have Impulse on turn 1. I can't believe our opponent's playing. They're playing red, white. No, they're playing Naya. They're playing green. They're playing... Okay, perfect. We got our swamp. See? Who doubted the Impulse? Who doubted it? So now we can syncopate his, like, creatures instead of the payoffs. I quiver in fear at the sparring construct. We're going to play it. We're just going to do that because we'd rather syncopate the Gaia's Protector if we can. Though syncopating Champion of the Flame is also nice. But we can also just syncopate Dubs if we need to. I can't believe we were actually kind of close to winning that last game. We needed him to not have Frenzied Rage or Radiating Lightning. But if he had just like normal creatures, we would have been able to do it. Forebear's Blade. Okay, that's annoying. Kind of gets stopped by our secret tech. Not gonna lie. Wall. This is the first time I played Wall, and it's great. Right now, it's great. Okay, he's ramping. I think I'm going to hold up Syncopate into Grun. He only has 2 cards left in hand. And yeah, now I can just slam Grun and Bob's your uncle. I guess this is what happens when Naya dub the sleeper archetype from Dominaria. Opponent's probably just memeing. But Amaranthine Wall is actually like the greatest card in the world against his deck. It just completely shuts him down. Skizik. Sure, bud. Our wall is indestructible. I hope you realize. If we choose to make it indestructible. You can chump block, but what you gonna do? Now you have to jump with his Skizik if he wants to. We are going to play our Sphinx. Then on top, that on the bottom. 5 drops are good. He can make this 9, but it still can't deal with the Grun. Oh, the Grun. The sweet, sweet Grun. Such power. Okay, sure. Hit me with your best shot. Do-do-do. If he has dub, then it's really annoying. Okay, doesn't look like he has it. Okay, I'm just going to start holding up Amaranthine Wall. So I'm not going to block this turn. Though I could have double blocked, but that's really risky. Okay. I'm just going to hold up the wall activation. I'll attack you for 10, opponent. I wonder why... Sapherd. Oh, dear. I can just double block this now. I'll just throw Crozen Druid and the Scholar under the bus. I'm actually going to triple block. I don't care about the Sphinx having flying. If he has, like, even, he can only kill 2 of them pretty much. Okay, see, this way I still kill it. Perfect. Haha. Holding up Indestructible. This wall has actually, like, won me the match. I mean, the game. Okay, don't care. Boom. He cannot beat the wall. Let's go. Oh, man. That's what happens when your deck is filled with garbage cards. Oh, man. I kind of want Slinvoda, but I know it's too slow. I also kind of want Karn's Temporal Sundering just for some interaction. All I want is interaction. Oh my gosh. I'm actually considering boarding this in. I would bring an Opt, this, Impulse. I think Weight of Memory is too slow. I already have 3 divinations. Bring him Sundering. Hope it's good enough. I just need any way to bounce these guys is good enough for me. Okay. This is a keepable hand. He mulliganed. His deck is like so inconsistent. Like what the heck? Oh my god. Watch him have his no, he doesn't have turn 1 Sparring Construct. Oh my gosh, GG, we got him. Oh gosh. Please get their deck. This deck is hilarious. If I lose to this guy's deck, it's just hilarious. Yeah, there's Champion of the Flame. Watch him go Plains Dub and just have a 5/5 on turn 3. Just destroy me. Oh my gosh. Or he goes Frenzied Rage, and I'm still screwed. Untamed Kavu, thank God. Thank God. I'm still alive. I'm alive. I'm still alive. How is this even possible? It's turn 3 and I'm not dead. Oh, man. Oh, gosh. Please don't hit a land here. Especially at plains. I would cry. I'm actually more terrified of the champion here. Okay. Here we go. If he doesn't hit a land here, I'm probably going to win. Okay, Sparring Construct. Easily. Okay, we're going to go Island, Tatyova. We're just going to pass. We're just going to win with Tatyova value. Okay, so because he hit plains, dubbing that up. No attack. That's so good for me. Tatyova. Forest. Draw Island. Impulse. Looking for Swamp. We're just going to take Forest here. Because it draws us another card with Tatyova. Getting in the air. We're gaining a lot of life here as well. Okay, we'll block it. Okay, he reproached. I'm going to gain 10 life with this thing, and at that point I think I'm going to be able to win by hitting him in the air with my flyer. So I'll kick this first. Still not going to double trade off Tatyova. That would be really bad. He's essentially hitting me for 4 every turn because I'm drawing so many extra cards. Okay, and then I'll kick Grun. Actually, I could Divination, hold up Syncopate. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. And this way, I can then chump here. If he tries to go for another spell, I can counter it. He'll probably going to Blood Tallow Candle my Tatyova. But Grun is really awkward against Champion because it can't even block because of the candle. He was not supposed to give me another draw step there. He might just kill my flyer. Let's see what he does. He does. That seems bold. Now I have a 10-10. I can block his champion. I can still double block it if he gives it Menace. Sap Herd's fine. And now I can hold up Counterspell the rest of the game. I can even gain 10 life if I need to. There we go. Oh, yes. Well, yes, I will do that. Boom! We did it! Taking extra turns in limited is so good! Ha-ha! Can't beat it! Ha! Oh, man. I started with the card on my bench. Maybe I just need it. Okay. Yeah, I think we need the Karn's Temporal Sundering just to have a little bit of interaction. What a silly matchup. I can't believe we won that match, to be quite honest. TBQH. Only interaction is Karn's Temporal Sundering? You gotta be kidding me. Easy keep. We're gonna go Llanowar Elves turn 1. I think I take Island. Yeah, I definitely take Island. Bottom. I can still shuffle it in with my Grow. I could have cast a turn 2, 2-3 there. That's another option. But I don't really care about resolving that. I would like to draw an island so I can cast Weight of Memory. One more land and I can start casting my 5-drops, and then I can get up to Grun mana and then just start going to town. The blue-green mirror match should be interesting. Gaia's Protector. Not as scary as it was in the last matchup, I will say. We're going to get our swamp, even though we can't cast our Weight of Memory. We only have one swamp in the deck. If he puts in a Plains here and then he puts it on the dub on the Gaia's Protector, I'm going to cry. Yeah. This is a really good trade for me, if it works. Why would you ever trade a 4-2 for a 2-3? That's just not wise. We're going to play around Syncopate for 1. I really want my Grun to resolve. And since I already have stuff to cast, it's not like hugely relevant. Okay, so he has his own spider. He has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 power. I can't act like he could consider a 5-man block on it. Not that that seems practical because I kill like his entire board, but Deep Freeze, you monster. He's still a legend though. Good morning, Jasper. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I think we're gonna mill our opponent. We have a lot of cards we'd like to not mill. And we are behind in the mill race. We milled Ancient Animus and 2 Forests. Ancient Animus could have been annoying. Is he milling me? Now I'm really glad I milled him. He got rid of Arcanist, Impulse, Divination, and Retort, so not especially good spells. Still have my Cloud Reader Sphinx. Ooh. Oh, and my Tadyovo. Having Karn's Temporal Sundering in my deck makes me like feel very confident that I'm going to win this game. Blue-green can't kill Tadyovo, really. He already used his Deep Freeze. I'm just going to outvalue him so hard. I'm glad I didn't mill myself, though. If I do draw the Sundering, I want to make sure I can get, like, I want to bounce Deep Freeze if I can. And, like, kill him in a couple of hits. Now I have a 7/7. I'm just going to make a token. I can play the spider next turn. I'm not going to attack this in. It's just going to get like block, 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 which is bad for me. There's the Sundering. Now I can make another token. I think I'm going to stop playing lands though. So I'm going to like bounce this. I do want my Cloud Raider Sphinx in play before I take an extra turn, I think. Morrowind's fine. Oh, I forgot to make tokens. Oh my gosh, that could cost me the match. I mean the game. Okay, I'm going to put a stop on my opponent's second main phase. I'm going to bounce the Mammoth Spider. And I'll have Syncopate up. Maybe it was correct to just play a land this turn so I could get the Syncopate in my hand so I don't lose to a Homered Explorer. Okay, Snapper. I can make an extra token if I play a land this turn. So I think I'm going to do that. Sending with the squad. I'm thinking if I made 2 more tokens, I would have won. He's taking 10, 13, 15. He's just dead if he blocks like this. He has to jump here. He takes 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. He's dead with these blocks. Might be he's just dead. Definitely glad I had the sundering. So he's dead. Hooray! We did it! What was my last card? Probably an Adventurous Impulse. Oh, right, I scryed them to the bottom. It was 2 lands. Oh, Slim Voda seems great in this matchup. So I will bring in 1. Arcane Flight could be good. Primordial Worm could be good. Don't need my Adventurous Impulses as much. I'll run it like this. Take out the impulses for another couple expensive cards. In a slow matchup, it should be fine. We'll keep. We have our Divination to help us find more lands. We have Corrosion Druid, which we can cast on turn 3, so we don't have to discard to hand size with Divination. Corrosive Ooze. Ooze. Okay, Ooze gets in there. I don't think Ooze is a card he should have kept in post-board against me. He knows I have infinite 2/3s. He saw my whole deck. He saw that I have like 3 of these. Because I have the Tolarian Scholar as well. So like he gets in for 2 damage and then it's a blank for the rest of the game. He also has like deep freezes. Okay, yeah. Marwin's actually kind of good in his deck. I don't really want to hold the Wizard Retort. I'm going to pass. I don't want to block here. I'm going to cast Baloth Gorger. This way I can double block the Ooze. If he gives it +4/+4. Yep. Okay, not the end of the world. It's going to be a 3-3 by the end of the turn. Okay. Okay, so I'm just going to be able to slam Grun, then I can Karn just to gain back some tempo. I'm taking a bit of damage here. What the heck? I'm taking 10? He's going to have 3, 4, 5, 6, and I can go to 1. No, I go to 2. I'm fine. I is fine. Unless he has another one. Okay, it's still a legend. So we know one of his cards is Marwyn. Ooh. So if we cast it like this, for an island, yeah, then we can hold up our counterspell. And I do want to get the mana out so I can do more things on my next turns. We're fine with that. Marwyn is fine. Tatyovas. Ooh, I think we've got this one locked up. Once again, Karn's Temporal Sundering with the giving us the win. Thank goodness we have a counterspell. Let's go. That's why you don't counter the Marwyn. Though there are some arguments that he wouldn't have had the mana, but he would have had the mana eventually. Oh yeah, things are looking up. Okay, so he gets to make Marwyn bigger. He's presumably going to cast a 6-drop. And we have our Slimefoot online. Oh, Snapper. Snapper, Snapper, Snapper. Let's draw first. Oh my gosh. We can bounce everything? Even our Grun, except Tatyova. Tatyova doesn't get bounced. What a draw. That's why you draw a card first, folks. Oh my goodness. We don't return our Tayova. Oh my gosh, we just have such an advantage now. He has like 2 of the Llanowar Scout things, a Snapper, but we have an 8/8. And we get our Grun back. That was a huge draw. I agree, Brazy. Also, welcome to the stream. Welcome. I know I've seen you before, but welcome for today. Yeah, he's going to go that. Oh my gosh, what a brutal draw. That's why we sided it in, folks. The sideboard tech. Land. Let's go. We're just going to cast a bunch of spells. This way we won't die to anything random, and we can just keep getting with the Slin Voda beats. The Slin beats. Like, we could have cast Grun. I'm sure there's probably a way we could have played that better. We could have like made a token with Slimefoot so that he has to chump block Slin Voda next turn. But we're so far ahead, we just don't want him to kill us with some surprise thing. Slin Voda was sick. Okay. Now that you have Counterspell, we're feeling pretty safe. There's ways to do some blocking. And even if he trades like a 2/2 for this, X is going to be 3. Just in case he can like put a land into play with this. Though I guess we know his last card. I forget what it is. Wow, that was so cool. Slin Voda is the hero. Wow, I'm glad we decided to play Karn's Temporal Sundering. It's been so clutch. We were literally dead unless we had Karn's Temporal Sundering. Gaia's Protector. Yeah, this isn't going to help you, opponent. Last card is Snapper. And I'll just make a token. Sure, we'll just pass. And he's dead. Slin Voda too good. Oops, I should have just attacked all. He can block here, 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 and he takes 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah. Got him. Yeah. On to the finals. The finals. I enjoy the finals. We'll do fine in the finals. Ugh. Maybe now that I have Sundering in the deck, which I really do want to draw, I should. I guess it's fine if I put it in the bottom. I can shuffle my deck still, but putting it on the bottom could be a big deal. I kind of want to be able to draw it if I want it. This deck is sick. Who needs interactive spells? All we need is counter spells. Card draw. We even have, like, this is why you take cards like History of Benalia, because we have this History of Benalia just chilling, giving us 8 ticks of value. So now we've, like, broken even on the draft. We've, like, made ticks on the draft, even without winning the whole thing, which is great. No one wants to face us. I'm glad I played that land first. Getting to cast the Slim Voda was, like, pretty great. Finally, a foe. A foe has been found. I would like to play first. We'll keep. We have a divination. When you have divinations in your deck, you always want to go first, because casting divination on the play is really good. Divination is mocking me. Wow, this game is pretty much over now unless I draw land. And we'll discard run. Wow, that's very unfortunate. Oh well, it happens. Just feels bad to have it happen in the finals when it's such a simple thing with just drawing a land that's untapped. Wow. We take 7. Wow. This is actually just the saddest thing ever. Yeah, that's game. Well then. We're going to run it back. Hopefully we can draw a land. That was like not even really a game. We're going to keep this hand. His deck is pretty fast, but we have colors of mana and spells to cast. All 3 of our colors, nonetheless. No less, I mean. Six drop's not what we wanted. Perfect. You have got to be kidding me. Oh my gosh. That's brutal. I'm going to get an extra island. Now I'm taking 6 next turn. I can play Grun to stabilize, hopefully. Wow. It's a shame we didn't really even get to play game 1. I think we were well positioned to win that game. Also, aggro decks are a really bad matchup for us. I don't think we want to draw this. This Benelish Marshal is just wrecking me. There's our Sundering. Ooh, Mammoth Spider's a great draw. Oh, I just dead on board though. I can block 4, 7, 10, 4, 8, 11. I take. I might just be dead on board, yeah. Three, 5, 7, 9. I'm dead exactly. What a... Oh, I was so dead. I was not even close to being in this game. Well, that is unfortunate, but that is the downside of playing. I mean, to be fair, if he didn't have Benelish Marshal that game, I would have been in great shape because I would have been able to block all of his stuff and he didn't have any interaction. But, I mean, even then, the Wild Onslaught probably would have gotten me eventually. But game 1 was just really unfortunate. I feel like I could have won that game fairly easily if I'd drawn my 3rd land, just because I could have played my stuff and pretty much done anything I wanted. Maybe not easily, but it would have been at least a game. But it happens to everybody. But anyway, that is going to do it for this draft video. If you're watching this on YouTube, I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, be sure to click that thumbs up and subscribe to get updates for whenever I post new content. Also, be sure to share the video with your friends. If you have any questions or comments about the draft or the gameplay, be sure to leave them in the comments section down below, and I will happily respond with my thoughts or answers. If you would like to catch me streaming live, you can find me on twitch.tv/NicolaiBolas. There will be a link to that in the description down below. And yeah, that is going to do it for this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. We didn't manage to get the trophy, but we came very close to doing so. And our deck was kind of sick. We didn't have a single removal spell, and we had some very fun games. But yeah, that's going to do it for the video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will talk to you next time.